Before coming to Mexico with MCC, I worked, one experience that was very important was working with an organization called Operation Mercy in India. Mm-hmm. I went there as a communications officer. That meant that I collected stories and information of projects that the organization was doing in India, which ranged from starting schools to health community advisory to microfinance programs. It was a variety of things that were being done, and so collecting these stories and transforming them into reports, into information that would be sent out to donors. Yeah. And then doing voiceovers for videos and translations for, I speak 6 languages, so translating material from English into other languages, also for fundraising purposes. And these projects were mainly with the Dalits. Dalits is a caste in India, and who's not familiar with the caste system, it is the culture there believes that there are different types of groups of people with different value and different responsibility because they came from different parts of the body of one of their gods, Brahma. And there is one group of people, they are considered outcasts. They're considered that they came from the dust, from the feet of the god. And so they can only do very low types of jobs and have very limited access to education, are very discriminated. It's a very difficult situation. And we were, this organization, Operation Mercy, was also there to empower these communities. And what really caught my attention during that time there was to see how people who had a chance to go to have a better education, to go to university, for example, to study, to become a nurse or a doctor or a teacher or an engineer, these people would always go back to their own communities, back to where they came from, back to their ethnic group that was still suffering, that was still struggling, and to those things that they had learned, the skills that they now had, to implement them to help their own people so that more would have access to a better life and to more hope. And that was something that impacted me very much. It was a very difficult work to see so much, so many difficulties, so much discrimination, so many things that these people were going through. But I didn't realize it until when I was already in Mexico, I was already in the Low German Mennonite community. I realized, wait a second, I have a Low German Mennonite background, although I did not grow up in a colony and all that, but I have come back to my people. I grew up very differently. I had a very privileged life in terms of having access to education. And to come back to my people, I don't have relatives here, but our history is the same, and I consider these to be my people, and I have come back to share a bit of what I bring, what I have gained over my life experience, to hopefully share and impact the people around here. So that was when I realized, wow, I feel like that is something I learned back in India, and I admire these people for doing that. And now my life path had taken me the same way, in the same direction. And what I saw those people doing there, I could also apply in my own work here. There are many. I've lived in 9 countries and have done a big variety of jobs but that was the experience that I would say that most impacted me and shaped me to do my work, the work that I did here during my time with MCC.